Welcome on in, my name is Gage, and this is A Midsummer's Night Stream by William Shakespeare. We'll be starting with Act 1, Scene 1. Synopsis: Theseus, Duke of Athens, is planning the festivities for his upcoming wedding to the newly captured Amazon, Hippolyta. Aegeus arrives with his daughter Hermia and her two suitors, Lysander, the man she wants to marry, and Demetrius, the man her father wants her to marry. Aegeus demands that Theseus enforce Athenian law upon Hermia, and execute her if she refuses to marry Demetrius. Theseus threatens Hermia with either lifelong chastity or death if she continues to disobey her father. Lysander and Hermia make plans to flee Athens. They reveal their plans to Helena, and Helena's friend, who is in love with Demetrius. To win Demetrius' favor, Helena decides to tell him about Lysander and Hermia's planned elopement. Enter Theseus, Hippolyta, and Philostrate with others. This is Theseus. Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon. But oh, methinks how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires, like a stepdame or dowager, long withering out a young man's revenue. And Hippolyta. 4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver bow, new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities. Theseus. Go, Philostrate. Stir up the Athenian youth to merriment. Awake the pert and nimble spirits of mirth. Turn melancholy forth to funerals. The pale companion is not for our pomp. Philostrate exits. Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword, and won thy love doing thee injuries. But I will still wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with revelling. Enter Aegeus and his daughter Hermia. Enter Aegeus and his daughter Hermia, and Lysander and Demetrius. Aegeus. Happy be Theseus, our renowned duke! Theseus. Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee? Aegeus. Full of vexation come, I, with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius, my noble lord. This man may hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. And, my gracious duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung with feigning voices of verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy with bracelets of thy hair, rings, gauds, concierges, knacks, trifles, nosegays, sweetmeats, messengers of strong prevailment in unhardened youth. With cunning hast thou flinched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubbornness and harshness. And, my gracious duke, be it so she will not, here before your grace, consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens, as she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall either be to this gentleman, or to her death, according to our law immediately provided in that case. Theseus. What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid, to you your father should be as a god, one that composed your beauties, ye in one, to whom you are but a form in wax, by him imprinted, and within his power to leave the figure or disfigure it. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman. Hermia. And so is Lysander. Theseus. In himself he is, but in this kind, waiting your father's voice, the others must be held the worthier. Hermia. I would my father looked, but with me in my eyes. Theseus. Rather your eyes must be with judgment look. Rather your eyes must with his judgment look. Hermia. I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made hold, nor how it may concern my modesty, in such a presence here to plead my thoughts, but I beseech your grace that I may know the worst may befall in this case, if I refuse to wed Demetrius. Theseus. Either to die the death or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires, know of your youth, examine well your blood, whether, if you yield not to your father's choice, You can endure a livery of a nun. You can endure the livery of a nun. For to be in the shady cloister mewed, to be a barren sister all your life, chanting fate hymns in the cold fruitless moon. Thrice blessed, they say, that master so their blood, to undergo such maiden pilgrimage. But earthier happy is the roads distilled, that which, withering on the virgin thorn, grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness. Hermia. So I will grow, so live, so die, my lord. Ere I will yield my virgin patent up, unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents nor to give my soul consents not to give sovereignty. Theseus. Take time to pause. By the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me for everlasting bound to fellowship. Upon that day, either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else wed to Demetrius, as he, or on Diana's altar to protest, for austerity and single life. Demetrius. Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander yield the crazed title to my certain right. Lysander. You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him? Aegeus. Scornful Lysander, true. He hath my love, and that is what my love shall render him. And she is mine, and all my right of her I do estate unto Demetrius. Lysander to Theseus. I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his, my fortunes every way as fairly ranked, if not with vintage, as Demetrius's, and, which more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of Beatrice Hermia. Why should I not then prosecure my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch to his head, made love to Nader's daughter, Helena, and won her soul, and she, sweet lady, devoutly adores, dotes in idolatry, upon the spotted and inconstant man. Theseus, I must confess that I have heard so much, and with Demetrius is sought to have spoke thereof, but, being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But, Demetrius, come, and come. Aegeus, and come. Aegeus, you shall come with me. I have some private schooling for you both. For you, fair Hermia, look, you arm yourself, to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up. Which by no means we may extenuate. To death or to vow of single life, come, my Hippolyta. What cheer, my love? Demetrius and Aegeus, go along. I must employ you in some business, against our nuptial and confer with you, of something nearly that concerns yourselves. Aegeus, with duty and desire we follow you. All but Hermia and Lysander exit. Lysander, how now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast? Hermia. Belike for wane of rain, for which I could well betream them from the tempest of my eyes. Lysander. Ay me! For aught that I could ever read, could ever hear the tale of our history, the course of true love never did run smooth, but either it was different in blood. Hermia. O cross, too high to be enthralled to low. Lysander. Or else be misgaffed in respect of our years. Hermia. O spite, too old to be engaged too young. Lysander. Or else it stood upon the choice of friends. Hermia. O hell, to choose love by another's eyes. Lysander. If there was a sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, brief as the lightning in the coiled night, that, in a spleen, unfolds both heaven and earth, and ere a man hath power to say, Behold! The jaws of darkness do devour it up. So quick bright things come to confusion. Hermia. If then true lovers have ever been crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny, Then let us reach for our trial patience, because it is a customary cross. Wishes and tears. As due to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, poor fancy followers. Lysander. A good persuasion. Therefore, hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager, of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, I may marry thee. And to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me, then steal forth thy father's home tomorrow night, and in the wood league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena, to do an observance of the morn of May, there I will stay for thee. Hermia. My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus's doves, by that which knitteth the souls and prospered loves, and that by fire which burned the Carthage queen, when the false Trojan under sail was seen, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than ever women spoke. In that same place thou hast appointed me. Tomorrow truly I will meet with thee. Lysander. Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena. Enter Helena. Hermia. Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away? Helena. Call you me fair? That fair again and unsay. Demetrius loves you fair, oh happy fair! Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue's sweet air more turnable the lark than the shepherd's ear. When wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear, sickness is catching. Oh, were favors so, yours would I catch, fair Hermia. Ere I go, my ear would catch thee on thy voice, my eye your eye, my tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I'd give to be your translated, oh. Teach me how you look and with what art you sway in the motion of Demetrius's heart. Hermia. I frown upon him, yet he loves me still. Helena. Oh, that your frowns should reach my smiles. Such skill. Hermia. I gave him curses, yet he gives me love. Helena. Oh, that my prayers could reach such affection more. Hermia. The more I hate, the more he follows me. Helena. The more I love, the more he hateth me. Hermia. His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine. Helena. None but your beauty. Would that fault ever were mine. Hermia. Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place. Before the time I did Lysander see, seems Asin as a paradise to me. Oh, then, what graces in my love do dwell, that he hath turned a heaven unto a hell. Lysander. Helen. To you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the wiry glass, decking its liquid pearl-bladed grass, the time that lovers' flights doth still conceal, through Athens' gates we have devised to steal. And in the wood where often you and I upon fate primrose beds we wont to lie, emptying our bosoms unto the council sweet, there my Lysander myself shall meet, and thenceforth from Athens turn away our eyes, to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow, pray thou for us, and good luck on thee, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander. We must starve our sight from lovers' food till morrow deep midnight. Lysander. I will, my Hermia. Hermia exits. Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius, dote on you. Lysander exits. Helena. Oh, happy some or other How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And, as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities, things base and vile, holding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. And therefore is winged Cupid painted blind, nor hath love's mind of any judgment taste, wings and no eyes, figure heedly haste. And therefore is love to be said And therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled, as waggish boys in game themselves forswear. For so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked upon Hermia's eyne, he hailed down oaths that it was only mine. And then, when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved to shows of oath it did melt. I will go to him of fair Hermia's flight. Then to the wood we will be tomorrow night. Pursue her, and for his intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But herein I mean to enrich my path, to have his sight, thirstier and back again. Scene 2. Synopsis. 6 Athenian tradesmen decide to put on a play called Pyramus and Thisbe for Theseus and Hippolyta's wedding. Pyramus will be played by Bottom the Weaver, Thisbe by Francis Flute the bellows mender. The men are given their parts to study, and they agree to meet for a rehearsal in the woods outside Athens. Enter Quincey the carpenter, Snug the joiner, and Bottom the weaver, and Flute the bellows mender, and Snout the tinker, and Starveling the tailor. Quincey. Is all our company here? Bottom. We must call them generally, man by man according to the script. Quincey. Here is a scroll of every man's name which is thought fit, through all Athens, to play our interlude before the Duke and the Duchess on his wedding day at night. Bottom. First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on, and read the names of the actors, and so to grow a point. Quincey. Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy, and the most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe. Bottom. Very good piece of work, I assure you, and a merry. Now, good Peter Quincey, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves. Quincey. Answer as I call you, Nick Bottom, the weaver. Bottom. Ready. Name what part I am for and proceed. Quincey. You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus. Bottom. What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant? Quincey. A lover that kills himself most gallant for love. Bottom. That will ask some tears in the true performing of it, if I do it. Let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure. To the rest, yet my chief humor is for a tyrant. I could play Ericles rarely, or a part to tear a cat in, to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' car shall shine from far, and make man and mar the foolish fates. This was lofty. Now name the rest of the players. This is Ericles' vein, a tyrant's vein. A lover is more condoling. Quincey. Francis Flute, the bellows mender. Flute. Here, Peter Quincey. Quincey. Flute, you must take Thisbe on you. Flute. What is Thisbe? A wandering knight? Quincey. It is the lady that Pyramus must love. Flute. Nay, faith, let me not play a woman. I have a beard coming. Quincey. That's all one. You shall play with a mask, and you may speak as small as you will. Bottom. And I may hide my face to let me play Thisbe too. I shall speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisne, Sisne, ah, Pyramus, my lovely dear, thy Thisbe, dear and lady dear. No, you must play Pyramus, and Flute, you Thisbe. Bottom. Well, proceed. Quincey. Robin Starveling, the tailor. Starveling. Here, Peter Quincey. Quincey. Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother, Tom Snout the tinker. Snout. Here, Peter Quincey. Quincey. You, Pyramus's father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug the joiner. You, the lion's part. And I hope there is a play fitted. Snug. Have you the lion's part written? Pray you, if it be, give it to me, for I am a show of study. Quincey. You may do it for extempore, but is for nothing but roaring. Bottom. Let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again, let him roar again! Quincey. And you should do it too terribly. You would frighten the Duchess and the ladies, they would shriek. And that were enough to hang us all. That would hang us, every mother's son. Bottom. I grant you, friends. If you should fright the ladies out of their wits, they should have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice, so that I will roar you as gently as any sucking dove. I roar you, and 'twere were nightingale. Quincy. You shall play no part but Pyramus, for Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man as one shall see, in a summer's day, as a most lovely gentleman-like man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus. Bottom. Well, I will undertake it. What beard were I best to play it in? Quincy. Why, what you will. Bottom. I will discharge it in either your straw-colored beard, your orange-tawny beard, your purple ingrained beard, or your French crown-colored beard, your perfect yellow. Quincy. Some of your French crowns have no hair at all, and then you will play barefaced. But masters, here are your parts, giving out the parts. And I am here to entreat you, request you, and desire you to con them tomorrow night and meet me in the palace wood, a mile without the town, by moonlight. There will be rehearse. If we meet in the city, we shall be dogged with company, and our device is known. In the meantime, I will draw a bill of properties such as our play wants. I pray you fail me not. Bottom. We will meet, and there we may rehearse. Most obscenely and courageously, take pains, be perfect, adieu. Quincy. At the Duke's Oak we meet. Bottom. Enough, hold or cut brow strings. They exit.